Friday night. It's time for Sidekick Power Hour. We've been doing this for a long time now, every week, basically right since the pandemic began back in 2020, which seems like a lifetime ago, really. Um, and we have so much fun, and we get to do it every week with a whole host of different people that come on from all over the Coronaverse, whether they're from Skeleton Crew or Demon Doctor or the Art of Blowing It, or something Coronaverse adjacent, even. We love to have folks on, and of course we get to have you here with us every week. Let us know in the comments below that you're here and what you're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to spending my Monday evening with one of my best friends and people that I love the most in the world is Joshua R. Pangborn.
Hey, Nakia, happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
How are you?
I am tired.
I bet.
And a little sore from the plane, obviously, but very glad to be home. As most of you Coronaversians know that follow me on Instagram and stuff, I've been in Palm Springs with my husband, Robert, this past weekend, celebrating our 20-year anniversary, but also hanging out at Western Exposure Spring Edition. We have so much fun out there in Cathedral City, just right outside of Palm Springs, with all of our friends. Well, with a bunch of our friends, not all of our friends, but a bunch. Hi, Mike. And this past weekend was no exception. We had a lot of fun and got to see a lot of people that we love and care about, and got to make some new friends. Wow, the Chonka Hedron. It's 1 a.m. there. Okay.
They must be in the UK, I'm guessing.
Maybe so. Josh, what are we looking forward to this evening?
I think, like Owen, we want to hear about Palm Springs. I mean, that seems like the most exciting thing we could talk about. But other than that, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple different topics tonight, actually. We're going to do a little bit of wrap up on Skeleton Crew Season 5. We're going to look ahead a little bit to what's next for SideKick. And we're also going to do a little bit of queer history because it is a very busy week for LGBT days of recognition. So we should talk about that as well.
Awesome. Well, hey,
hi, Jason.
So glad to have you here. Loving that hat. Jason, if you don't know, don't follow him online. He's a big fan of the theme park world, as am I.
Edinburgh, of course. Yes.
Okay.
Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
We have been doing this every week for a while.
96 weeks.
I did not work this past week, so the question of the week didn't come out on Wednesday or Tuesday like we normally like it to do, or no, Wednesday like we normally like it to do. But Josh got it up for us, and we're going to take a look at this week's question of the week.
Well, Nakia is pulling that up from the Patreon because we did have a few answers. This week's question of the week was very topical because we're looking ahead. So, what are you looking forward to in Skeleton Crew Season 6?
Ooh.
I know that I've got a lot of ideas, and frankly, they're all my ideas for the most part. So that's a good thing that I've got a lot of ideas, because if I didn't, then we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, we would.
But I'm just curious what everyone else is looking forward to. We had some really great, lovely things in the Patreon, and so I can't wait to see what share those with you. And in the meantime, I also look forward to what everyone says tonight.
Well, if I can get my Patreon window to actually open up. Then
while you're doing that, let's we could bring in our special guest for the night. We are joined tonight by Ashley.
Oh, it's me.
Okay.
I wasn't sure which personality was going to be there, so
there are so many.
There really is.
But you got a good one, I think.
We always get a good one with Ashley Monique Menard here. So
thank you so much, Joshua. My people out there inside the computer, it's happy to see you, and I'm happy.
We are happy too. How was your weekend, Ashley?
Oh boy! So good. It was so good. My lovely boyfriend moved in. and we got to do, like,
Oh,
the moving stuff, and it was really great. And so far, so good.
That is
I
good.
mean, if you make it through the first 24 hours, they say then you're gold. So
Well, I think that
Is that
we're
what they say?
golden.
that's not what they say, but that's what they're gonna say in the book. That Nakia just left us. I guess he was
Nakia
very
was like,
upset.
"You lied to me."
He was very upset. He wanted to move in with you, Ashley, and that's what the problem is.
Well, Robert
So
can head on down too. Well, I got a small place, but the 4 of us could fit in this little 1.5 bedroom apartment.
I don't think that Nakia and Robert would
Bring
enjoy.
the dog! Can you imagine?
Oh, that would
You
be
and
a
Paul wanna
lovely.
move in too?
You know what? I think we will. I think we can sleep. You can sleep in the kitchen, and we'll
I
take a
do
bed.
sleep in the kitchen. We put a bed in the kitchen.
I know you did. It's amazing. I can't wait for those dinner parties you
We have
throw.
a bed in our dining room, and then we have a dining room. We've made some interesting choices with our apartment, but it couldn't be more cozy
It couldn't
and
be more you.
lovely. It really is. It's
And I'm
super
so
neat.
excited and happy for you both. It's a
Yeah.
huge step to move in with someone. So I'm very excited.
Here is this week's question of the week. That took me forever. Apparently, I had to restart my browser to get this to work.
We just thought you were angry because you wanted to move in with
Yeah.
Ashley, and she moved in with Dan instead. So
and it was
And
Dan's
Robert can
birthday.
move
It was
in
Dan's
too.
birthday this week. It was Dan's birthday this weekend.
it was Dan's birthday this week.
It
Yes.
was. We went get some Ethiopian food, y'all.
Nice.
Delicious.
love
I
you.
can't tell you what I got him for his birthday because I think he can hear me through the walls.
Okay.
Oh,
But after I give him his birthday present on April 13th, I will be able to fully report what it was.
Okay. We're looking forward to that.
it's one night in Paris.
I wish.
We asked our Patreon members over at patreon.com/sidekick productions, what are you looking forward to in Skeleton Crew season 6? The Chonker Hedron said, so we've had the musical episode. So my thoughts would be either a black and white film noir episode or a silent movie episode.
We've had a black and white film noir episode
And a silent movie
had
episode.
a silent movie episode. We've done both.
But those were both minis. So like we
were
did a mini
minis.
musical. So
Right.
maybe we do need to branch out into doing a whole episode of
Wow.
one of those. That could be a lot of fun.
They also offered zombies. Zombies are always fun. Zombies are always fun. And
Zombies would be really fun.
that could be fun for Paul.
Yeah.
That could be fun for Paul with his makeup. Yeah.
John Albert says more comedy and more sex scenes. It's Skeleton Crew. You can do anything. Well,
Oh my God, we should use that soundbite.
yeah, that's it.
Well, I can guarantee we're gonna have more comedy, and it is Skeleton Crew, so we'll probably have more sex scenes. So
CJ says more Chaz and Dennis and Gerard hijinks and more horror.
I mean, you can never have more Chaz and Dennis. You have to have as much as you can. So
Yeah, and more Gerard. Gerard is
absolutely.
so much fun. Thanks everybody for
And more horror, of course, is
giving
important.
us these great answers over at the Patreon. Don't forget that you can join us over there by heading to patreon.com/sidekick productions. Now's the best time to get in because it's early. There's not a lot of people crowding your comments up. We can read them all and take it all in. Some of these people that I follow on Patreon, they have so many subscribers you can't keep up because it's like they're reading their names so fast and stuff. So it's a great time to be a member of the Crewniverse. Head over there to support. We'd greatly appreciate it. You can also head over to TeePublic and get yourself a t-shirt. And Josh, I do believe you have some Sidekick news to share with us in that realm.
We do. We have a brand new T-shirt that you can get on TeePublic that Matthew Teeter has designed for us in honor of dueling pianos. And Ashley, I think you're gonna love this one.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm gonna buy it. Do they just have it in gray, Josh?
No, they have it in pink and yellow and blue, and I believe another shade of gray.
Oh my God, do they have 50 Shades of Grey?
Only two, 50. But this is the ABCs of Kink, so maybe they have more than I don't know about.
I'm gonna order one right now.
I just love this shirt so much. It really, and we call it. Matthew Teeter calls it the Kinks. So it looks like a band cover too.
Oh, I
It's just
love
great.
it.
My favorite part is that nobody's wearing shoes because it was filmed. It's taken from the actual set where you guys couldn't wear shoes on the cyclorama.
And I love that. I love that. I love how this human skin is negative there.
Yeah, so great.
And Ashley has her lips there though. That's really important.
I love that.
And Andrew's nipples.
And yeah, Andrew doesn't need lips, just nipples, because he's got such great.
And he's got his goatee too, though.
That's true. That's true.
I adore this shirt so much.
Oh, it's great.
Paul looks great. Christian looks great. You all look great.
Paul looks great as the model, as always. Yeah,
that model is not Paul. No,
Paul. We all know that's Paul. No, I'm just kidding.
Those arms are way too hairless to be Paul's.
Yeah, they don't have enough hair for Paul. But you can get this t-shirt over at tpublic.com/user/SideKick Productions, or just go over there and type in Skeleton Crew or SideKick.
Oh, I just found it.
It'll take you right over there.
And what's cool about this shirt is there's even a little thing on the back of it as well. On the back of it, on the back under the collar is the little Skeleton Crew key logo that Matt put on there as well.
Okay.
It's a front and a back shirt.
Cute.
Very cool.
Blue.
Thank you, Matthew Teeter, for another great design. Very cool. So glad to have that. Well, you know where you can get it, Owen. You know how to get it. You just go over there right now.
Chonkahedron's right. It's Skeleton Crew. You can do anything. It should be on a post. We should do that on a poster, Nakia.
Yeah, I would like to give some feedback, real-time feedback, looking at the website. I see that it is only available on a t-shirt. It could be available on pretty much anything else on the TeePublic website.
Which I think is something that we're exploring.
Yeah, we are looking at all of those things to redo some of the options available for you over there.
You could get it on a notebook, maybe, coasters. I mean, there's so many different things.
I was thinking on temporary tattoos.
All right, Lizzo.
Yeah.
On my face.
Lizzo launched her new Yitty.
Yes.
And, one of the things she did was she had her reveal on her butt. And so it was her butt, and they were pulling the tattoo, and she's like, "What's it gonna be?" And then in the next one, they revealed it, and it said Yitty, and that's her new shapewear. It's like Skims, but for big girls. And I gotta say, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna try it because I want a little buttery something on me. Made by
Lizzo. You remember the first play that we did together, Ashley? La Petite Mort?
La Petite Mort?
Yes, that postcard was. We also used my butt for that, and that was my butt with La Petite Mort written on it.
Why don't you grab a picture of that postcard so we can pull it out for everybody?
I'll see if I can find it. I know I got in a lot of trouble at work for that. People were very offended by it.
Really?
Oh, they were. Yes, they were very upset.
Wow. Well,
you know how corporate America can be.
This week's question of the week, folks, we've got it for you right here. Is what are you looking forward to in Skeleton Crew Season 6? Let us know in the comments below.
I know.
We definitely want to hear from you. And then Josh is looking up this little postcard that we might be able to share with you. Stand by.
And I'd like to ask the audience a question. May I, Nakia?
Yeah, of course.
So, y'all, I'm going to get my nails done sometime this week. I've really enjoyed this mint gold that I've got going on.
It just looks white.
Well, it is mint.
There you go.
Mint gold. With little gold bottoms. So I would love to know if you have any suggestions of colors. If you do, please leave it in the comments because I really enjoy other people's suggestions.
Colors, designs, you're open to anything?
Designs, the whole nine. Y'all know I like to get my nails done in different types of different designs, different colors. So if anyone can think of anything, please share it with me.
We should get it on a pair of boxers as well. Not Ashley's nails, but I mean,
I'll get boxer shorts on my nails.
Here we go, Nakia.
Yep.
Oh wow. Oh, I see. It's I thought it was like your butt was really had green hair on it. But that's just the crackle of the design.
It's meant to be like an old Polaroid.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm here for it. I love your tramp stamp.
Thank you.
All this time, I didn't even know you had one.
Well, it's because I use a lot of makeup to cover it up and everything.
Yeah, as
So
you
this
should.
is the first play that Ashley and I ever did together.
Wow, let's read it next week.
Oh, we should.
We should revisit it.
That would be fun to read.
That would be fun.
Ashley could redo her
We should bring Ellen back.
well, she's
Ellen?
she's in Ireland now.
What's the time zone difference?
Well, if Chunkahedron is 1 a.m. right now for him in Edinburgh, it's probably 1 a.m. in
Oh yeah, Ellen's not gonna do it.
well, is it
Maybe
1
we
a.m.
could
in
repeat-
Dublin right now? It probably is. I'll leave it up to Chunkahedron to tell us that. Oh, but he does have a suggestion for you. Daffodil yellow with green glitter.
Oh, I love that. That sounds so fun. Daffodil yellow with green glitter. Oh, that sounds like a fun time. Thank you for your suggestion.
I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I'd get too.
Well, thank you for those suggestions, and let us know in the comments what you're thinking that you want to see in season 6.
Yeah.
Josh, what other season 5 and Skeleton Crew memories might you be interested in sharing with us?
Well, I'd love to hear from you and Ashley some of your memories. I know we talked about our favorite moments last week very quickly, but it was at the end, so it was so quick. We didn't have time to really delve into it. But season 5 was a long process. And I know we've talked a lot about the music, but what other parts of season 5, what are some of your favorite memories from it?
Favorite memories from season 5. I would say, oh gosh, you know what my favorite was? I think, other than the musical episode. Oh God. Oh yeah. One of my favorite moments is season 5. Reagan Strode makes a cameo Anthony's um inside Anthony's dream, and it was so much fun filming. I forgot my wig that day.
You did.
I
You
had
forgot that.
Seriously,
Thank goodness we had the surgery cap. Ray brought those, so thank gosh she brought them.
and Ray. And no one makes me laugh like Ray. Oh my God, he's so funny. And the funniest thing is, Ray is not a professional actor.
No, he's a nurse.
Ray
He's a
is a
professional nurse.
And I always get so impressed and tickled when I work with someone who's not an actor, and they're just so naturally gifted for comedy, and just timing is so good. And that's exactly what working with him was like. And then in the scene itself, you're giving birth, so it was ridiculously fun. It was just such a fun time.
It's such an absurd scene. I don't know where it came from in my head, but I'm like it's coming out just like the baby. So
that was a lot of fun, especially because you didn't film that one. Stu filmed that.
Yes, because I was giving birth. So
exactly. So
Stuart's crawling on top of me because I'm on the bed, so we need to have my legs there with the forceps, and so Stuart's leaning on top of me. It's like a mishmash of body parts on Kelvin's bed, and you have no idea what you're doing with forceps.
It was a wonder we did not break that bed, because then Jay was on the bed.
Jay was on the bed with me too.
People on the bed. Kelvin's bed is very sturdy.
That's fun.
That's all I can say.
It is. That was a great day. That was really fun. That was a lot of fun that day.
Any other ones from you, Ash?
That one took up a lot of space in my heart. I would say, you know what? I had so much fun. It's another musical thing, but whatever. The musical episode when Josh was like, because the musical episode changed a few times, there's
so much
throughout the course of filming it for like 2 years. So one of the things that tickles me so much is there's a scene where Anthony is bumps into Polly, and Polly's wearing like this Rizzo type wig, and she's like, "Here, I'm here for you," very New York. And all of that just kind of happened so spur of the moment. I'm like, "Josh, what accent do you want?" He's like, "New York sounds fun." And it just kind of like came together. And every time I watch that scene, I'm like, that's a perfect scene. That's just a perfect scene. The characters look like they're having so much fun, as well as the actors. And I just really, I I had a lot of fun doing it, and I have a lot of joy watching it.
That was a nice scene. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
like the idea of calling us the crooners. That's really fun.
Oh, I love that.
And Owen likes it as well.
Crooners.
Nakia, what about you? I know you're
Nakia?
I know you're slightly on the outside sometimes watching us while we're doing these scenes, but I mean, and when you're here, you do so much
Oh my God,
so much so
much.
fast. So, but do you have any memories that you want to share about season 5?
Well, you know, I really enjoyed the day of filming that we did when I was on tour with Tom Goss because we got so much in.
You mean the day we also filmed an entire cast doing their season 5 photo shoot? Because I thought it would be a great idea to do a photo shoot and 20 pages of filming in the same day.
Yes, that day. I just, you know, I felt like it reminded me of my first time on set in season 4 where we were in one location, but we were doing multiple episodes, you know, multiple setups. And that just really always excites me. And we also got to film the original version of Hate Sex that day. And I think that's really, really, I love that there's so many of the songs from the musical that are almost completely done for, you know, or at least one pass of shooting and editing them, and we changed it and went with something else. And I really liked that version of Hate Sex. It was fun. It reminds me of the first time. It reminds me of the how I was feeling after watching Rocky Horror show for the first time.
Oh yeah,
that performance, you know, because I'm pushing you around the whole time, and it's very the song in itself already has that kind of like you know, I can make you a man vibe.
Yeah, it's got a little Frankenfurter to it. It's got a you're a man's man.
All that stuff. So I really enjoyed that version of Hate Sex. And for folks at home, you can see that version of Hate Sex. You'll get to see it before anybody else does. And maybe we might keep it in the vault for a while. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll put it over at Patreon real soon, actually. We have some plans for all of the unused deleted scenes or replaced scenes in this case.
You guys, everyone, there is a whole second storyline in the musical episode that we filmed almost everything of and didn't use because once we filmed it, we're like, yeah, this doesn't work. But it is a completely different storyline with me and Jay, and I won't say anything else because you'll want to see it on Patreon. So
yeah, you will. So that was probably one of the best days of filming for me. And again, to folks at home, because I'm in Austin, usually when I'm up there, I'm on set from the beginning to the end. If you know, whatever the call time is for the first person is usually me, and whatever the end time is for the last person is usually me, because I have so much to film in, you know, such a short
time. Yeah.
So I have so much fun doing it, and I get such an adrenaline rush out of it. But I also think that, of course, just creating the musical with you, Josh, was so fun and special. And I do think because it took so long for us to get everything together and get it out, that it actually sweetened the process even more. You know, because it really, you know, I spent a good part of the weekend talking about this to folks in Palm Springs who would see the banner of you by the hot tub, you know, and there'd be, you know, literally like 10, 15 guys in a hot tub and me. And somebody asked out loud, like, well, what's Skeleton Crew? And then I'm there with my pitch, you know.
Well,
but you know, it somehow always, you know, kind of comes back to just how marvelous it is for me as an artist to be able to find someone to create with who, is willing to take a chance on me doing something that I've never done before, and giving me the space to learn what it is that I'm doing, and because I've never done sound design before, or professional audio mixing, or and I'd never written a musical before. So for me, it was really, really cool in that sense. And then on the way home just now, this was so cool. So the Grammys happened this weekend, and y'all know I'm involved in the National Recording Academy as a voting member, but on the Texas chapter, I'm also a member of the Board of Governors, which is the fancy way of saying Board of Directors. And a lot of people were flying to and from Las Vegas this weekend who in the Austin area who were attending the show. And I just so happened to be at baggage claim with Adrian Quesada and his wife, Celeste. Adrian is the leader of Black Pumas, and they were nominated again this year, but they just won Grammys in 2020 and maybe nominated in 2021 last year too. But they were like, what have you been up to? And so I had this chance to talk a little bit about writing and recording this musical during the pandemic. And it's so cool to watch people's faces because, we don't know. You think that your friends know everything that you're doing, but then you see them in person and they're like, wait, you did what? Or you went where? Or you got married when? That kind of stuff, because we don't know what the algorithm's showing to anybody. And it's such a weird thing now too, because you're like, are they ever going to like my status? Are they going to comment on my post? Maybe they didn't even see it. So It was cool to catch up with people like that at Western Exposure this week too, that didn't know that we had done this work, that didn't know that Skeleton Crew was a thing, So, and if you head over to my Instagram, which is at Nakia right there, you can see that the banner that we had printed up is literally as tall as Josh, basically. And you can see the rally towels that we had put in every room. Two black towels, cotton towels with Skeleton Crew logo and the YouTube link on them, and then postcards, in every room. So a lot of brand recognition this weekend for Skeleton Crew, and shout out to Matthew Teeter, who helped us knock that out really quick. We had the majority of the ideas and stuff, but Matthew's so good at the details and knowing, what might add to something and what taking away something might change drastically. And him and Paul both have such a great understanding of how printing works. So anytime you're printing something big or you're printing something on apparel or fabric, you have to know stuff, and it's good to have folks like that around. So, well, we don't have an episode to watch tonight, folks. Obviously, and part of what we're looking for from you is to let us know what you would like for us to watch. We do have some other things that we're going to be doing soon. We need to we need to stream a lot more on Spotify before we can afford to get it on vinyl. But we'd love to hear from y'all of what things you would like us to watch on Power Hour when there's not a new SideKick show or film. We've got some plays that we're going to be reading that Josh has written. We've got some of Anthony's Maximus we're going to react to on here. He's got, I think, a total of 6 episodes or something total that we're going to give a watch to. But let us know what else you would like to see, because we have some ideas, but we want to hear from you what you would think it would be fun. And if you'd rather us do other things besides reaction videos and that sort of stuff, let us know in the comments. Would you be open to Ashley and I taking turns, singing songs on the show live, or other members of the Crewniverse, who might want to come on and perform, like Rev Yolanda, So,
and we're also going to be gearing up because in about 6 months or so, we've got Demon Doctor season 2 coming out. So
we do.
We've got a lot of
6 months.
October. Is that 6 months from now?
Wow.
No, it's still a bit longer than that.
No, it's less than that, isn't it?
What about the Edward Chronicles?
That's still working on.
We're working. Yeah.
We're looking at next spring maybe. And then we have a whole bunch of other stuff we're filming too that we're going to start filming very soon. And
what about Art Blowing It?
Well,
that's in development.
We should talk to somebody about how that writing's going.
And she's out. No, let us know in the comments below if you agree with me, but I'm pretty sure you do, chat. I'm dying for season 2 of Art Blowing. So
I'm dying to make it, so I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to become Felix again.
That's so much fun.
It is. I think that we've a lot, and then for me, just to tie up season 5 a little bit, I think that in some ways, minus COVID, minus musical, it was just a lot more challenging to make season 5 than it was to make a lot of anything else we've made so far.
Right.
Because of there was so much scheduling that had to come into play here that was different than so many other things in the past. I mean, I literally had
schedules.
Yeah, no, seriously. I literally I had to fit all of Reese's stuff into 3 days. I had to film because Joe moved to California, and he moved to California very early in production of season 5. So and he was packing, and of course, and he was so generous to give me 3 days of his time to out of trying him to move and everything. But it was you had to fit 3 days into that. And then same with Phil, because Phil was always moving back and forth from Arizona and everything.
Phil lives everywhere.
So there's that. And then you've got Nakia and Tom Goss, who are in town for like a week. And then you've got
on tour.
Exactly.
And then
you had all these other things.
Who just has to fit his head somewhere in this photo. Where's Nico?
He's right underneath Joe.
Where is Nico? Oh, there he is. Joe's picture is Nico's picture is the smallest photo because it's only like a sliver of his head.
Because I need a better picture of him. We don't have another one.
You can barely see him.
But look at Barbara.
Barbara and David are together. So
full hand realness.
Oh, that's a good idea, Chunkahedron. Directing episodes of shows that inspired you. I think that's a nice idea.
That's a good idea.
There's a lot of really great stuff. I want to bring a lot more in the way of that into this too. I think it'd be great too. And we've Black Sheep Bear is looking forward to season 2 of The Art of Blowing It. I think we all are.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, David, that we wish you the best of luck with your open heart surgery.
David.
Lots of love and lots of health wishes on a speedy recovery.
I love you so much.
You know that it's going to be perfect, and you're going to get out of it with no problems at all. And I know that Christian and Eric are also recovering right now. Right, our friends at Bears in Excess. I know Christian's dealing with some things right now, and we look forward to them sending you lots of love and health, best wishes and everything to them as well.
Yeah, those guys are sweet.
It's so lovely. And Gato would love to hear about our inspirations for our creative work, which I think is great. I think it's really good.
Thank you.
That's great. Well, let's all this talk of season 5. Let's take a look at the season 5 trailer again.
Oh, hey. How was the flight?
It was great. Thanks for meeting me at the airport.
Uh-oh.
Sir, you look stressed. Would you like a relaxing massage and blowjob?
Yes.
It's like a house of cards, and if I blow the wrong way, it's all just gonna come crashing down.
I'm worried about me and Anthony, Pop.
What's that for?
We're living together. We love each other, but we're just not a team anymore.
I get it. Adulting is really, 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 really hard.
I've decided I know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life.
So you've heard the story about my killer day.
Heard it. I live for it. I live my life. And I don't think that you could say that about yourself.
I am tired of giving you sage advice only to have you rebuke me.
Last night we played Hide the Rattle and I still haven't found it.
Oh, this is a gay bar.
I'm sad. Don't see HJD, you're silent.
Why? I mean, hi.
All of you are idiots. Except you. I'll leave you all to figure out who I mean.
I wouldn't lie to him. I don't see any reason to hide the truth from my friends, family, and loved ones.
I know the owners. Almost arrested most of them at some point. They're a great bunch.
That way of life gets old.
That way of life? Or just you?
I guess it's good that I have such a great sense of self-confidence.
I'm looking for a real bear god. Go change the light bulb in the sex spot. It's way too bright in there.
Don't you remember the good old days of playing male prostitute in the backyard with your buddies?
It's only prostitute now. Gender is dead.
Oh, it's not coming soon. It's over. We've finished it. Oh my God, but it could be coming soon to you if you haven't seen it. Season 5 of Skeleton Crew. A lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of money went into making season 5, and we couldn't do it without folks like you guys who are watching us at home, all of you helping by doing things like making donations over at Venmo or PayPal or the Cash App, or just by being a subscriber, or sometimes, just by liking and sharing these videos and the things that we're doing. It means a lot to us. It's so crazy to me to think that season 5 trailer has been out for 2 years.
I know. I was just thinking in the watching, I was like, wow, we made this a long time ago, this trailer.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really, really crazy to think about.
I think it basically, did it come out in like June of 2020 when we did our first Power Hour?
I think so. Yeah, we'd have to go back and watch it again. But yeah, something like that. That's cute. That's cute. That's true. We did have
well, CJ, I don't want to, I'm not going to say too much, but I have very good ideas about this. So
I want to hear stuff.
Well, actually, I think that most of the characters could have spin-offs. It'd be very, very easy to do little storylines and everything for most of the characters, because so many characters, everyone plays them so with such great backstory and everything. But you may get an answer to this question before the end of the year for sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, absolutely, and I think that the harder question, CJ, would be who in the Skeleton Crew show would you not want to have? Because there's so many great just individual characters that have, and because most of them have been around since the beginning, still they all have some level of depth to explore that's already known, and then still all this other unknown stuff that Josh is always actively creating.
That would be fun. That'd be so much fun.
Oh, he'd love it.
He would love that. Yes.
Young Anglicus, his time in seminary.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could call it "Take My Breath Away."
You could,
because he was always.
Or you can call it "On His Knees," the Anglicus story.
Yes.
Oh, I hurt
the father on his knees. The Father Anglicus story. No, maybe not.
Oh man, Josh, remind me to tell you something after the show that I can't say on live.
Okay. Well, speaking of which,
Anyway, so where are we here?
well, we should talk about what I mean. This has been a very busy week for LGBT representation and rights and everything.
Correct.
And this is we're not talking about any of the absolutely reprehensible laws that have been published, passed in certain places in the world. But we are talking about several days this past week that have been important days in the LGBT recognition calendar. I also did not load these for some reason, so I'll load them one at a time. Last week on March 31st, which was Thursday, we had nope, that's not it. Are you playing music, Ashley?
No, that's not me.
Oh, who is that?
Must be Nakia.
It's the new feature of StreamYard that allows us to have background music.
March 31st was the Trans Day of Visibility, which is a really, really important day because it's a day where we're supposed to not just at the end of the year we have Trans Day of Remembrance, which is a very important day to remember all the people who have fought for trans rights. But Trans Day of Visibility is a day to recognize the people who are here right now and give them shout outs, give them praise. This is the day where we recognize the people who are with us right now and everything. So that was March 31st, Trans Day of Visibility. And then where is it? Coming up on the 6th of April is where is it?
Not where you thought it was.
Right here. Coming up on the 6th of April is the International Asexuality Day. That's the second time they've had International Asexuality Day. Last year was the first year for this day, and this is the second year that we're recognizing this day. And then on Friday of this week is probably not a day that anyone remembers, except me, in terms of this. But it is Friday of this week is the Day of Silence. Now, I don't know if you know what the Day of Silence is, Nakia.
I don't.
Ashley, do you?
I don't actually.
The Day of Silence is a day that we are supposed to that many queer people will go about their lives and go out there and do everything with themselves, live like be who they are, but not speak. They'll often some of them will even put tape over their mouths, and it's meant to reflect what would it be like if there were no queer people in the world. So so it's the International Day of Silence is what we call
That sounds like a great episode of Skeleton Crew.
Well, if we did a silent film, that's a great one to do that.
Oh my god.
That's not a bad idea to do that for.
Yeah.
It is a good idea.
Oh, that's really good.
What other days, Josh?
Well, that's it for this week, but that's a huge time for this week right here. And then, of course, at the end of the month is Lesbian Visibility Day.
Okay.
So
great.
that is so. There's a lot of LGBT representation and recognition going on, and from March 31st to the end of the month, which is interesting because usually you think that this kind of time of year is a little bit dead in terms of holidays and everything like that. But we're gearing up, of course, for June, which is Pride Month and everything. So,
all right.
Oh, it would be fun to see more Carla, Glenda, and Hamilton season 6.
Would.
I'm very excited for that storyline. Absolutely.
You'll definitely be seeing more of them, and you can see more of Josh in print when you pick up a copy of the Book of Queer Saints, featuring an original story by Joshua R. Pangborn. I think my copy came while I was on vacation. Let me see. Hang on.
It did, I think. Yes, if you weren't here when we had Mae Murray on a couple weeks ago, it was really exciting. Mae Murray is a wonderful, wonderful writer and editor. She put together this amazing collection of queer authors writing stories about queer characters in queer horror. And we all love queer horror, especially me. This is, and what's really exciting about this, of course, is that this is the very, very first time that I have been published as a fiction author. So I'm super excited by this book. And it looks like Nakia has it in his hands right there.
Knock, knock. I'm here. Okay, here's the official unbagging.
We're doing an unbagging video right now. Oh, it's right there.
Fresh from the press.
It is.
From the press. And now this is not an autograph copy. I'll be picking up an autograph copy when I'm in New York in person.
Oh, thank you for purchasing a copy, Chunky Hedron.
83.
Gotta leave a review.
You do have to leave a review.
Here it is.
Oh, Crumbs by Joshua R. Pangborn.
Oh, I love
the name though. No, I'm just
well,
kidding.
that's okay if they did. It's the thought that counts.
Wow.
Night.
Listen, can I just give away the first line of the
Go ahead.
Either.
The first line says, "Open that hole wider." That's all you get. So I'm in. I'm going to be reading this tonight at bedtime before I go to bed as a little bedtime story. Looking forward to it.
I'm glad you like that. There's so many really good authors in this book. So I'm sorry, Ashley, go ahead.
May I read the review on Amazon?
Sure.
The book just came out and it's already got a review. And it's by Jay. And it says, a page turner. You won't be able to put it down.
Ooh. That's a good review.
Excited.
Well, we've had a lot of fun these last, what did you say, Josh? 96 weeks?
96 weeks, yes.
Wow. We're excited to hear more about what y'all want us to do moving forward.
You had a lot of great suggestions tonight.
Well, I'd love to see some.
Well, they have a lot of great suggestions that we've already talked about. But then
right. You're right. And then this week's question of the week, of course, what would you like to see more of? And we've been, talking. We've been kind of reminiscing. Okay.
This is a popular one. The Angie romance, but is a popular one. I've seen a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah.
So.
I look forward to seeing new money shots. We are too, and seeing more of what happens with Dennis, Chaz, and Rupert, and what is going to happen with David. Yeah,
I adore all of those characters, and I can't wait to see more about that.
What if Father Angie and Drake cut the bull crap and just get married because they know they love each other in season 6? Wow, somebody going all in on shipping Angie and Drake despite the lack of any physical attraction. Well, we're going into.
This is for Ashley.
Pastel.
Pink and yellow. Ooh, pastel pink and yellow. I did a really fun hot pink and yellow that I loved. So we'll see. Oh, I'm at the beach.
For season 6, I'm looking forward to seeing the continuation of AJ and Angie's relationship and how AJ will protect Angie from David. Oh.
You put a lot of faith into AJ there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, remember, this is the guy that ran off as soon as the cops showed up. So, looking forward to seeing more of season 6. How to explain why Hunter and don't have money shots anymore, and how Hunter and Anthony's relationship with the slave will work out. Okay. That's cool, but I'm looking forward to seeing the second season of the art blowing it. Oh, we sure are looking forward to that as well. Well, there's everyone moving to California. It's an Avengers West Coast Avengers thing. Oh, cute! Wow, the Chaka Hedron really knows their comic canon.
They do.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of really great ideas there. Go ahead, Ashley.
I'm sorry. I would like to share what I want to see.
Okay.
Please, of
and
course.
what I want to see is more dueling pianos.
Well, good news. We're doing dueling pianos too.
The great news is that you can stream it. It's available on Spotify, on iTunes, everywhere you can stream anything. Also, the episode is out in 3 parts, which you can watch. 4 parts, which you can watch. You can listen to it on Spotify. You can also listen to Nakia's version where he records all of the songs so beautifully. I was literally listening to it yesterday. I was like, oh, I love Nakia's cover of this, even though it's your song. But because I've heard like
Totally.
for instance, like I think of you singing it as a cover, even though I know it's the demo.
Well, legally it is a cover because you have to think about it this way: is that the way the songwriting stuff works is whatever release comes first is the original, and so now I'm actually covering other people singing my songs.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Just like Dolly Parton.
Kind of.
A lot of people say you look just like Dolly Parton too.
Kind of.
Yeah. The hair.
Well, we're definitely going to be seeing more dueling pianos and more musical stuff.
I thought you were going to say Dolly Parton.
But what else, Ashley, were you looking forward to?
Oh, yeah. So, you know what I'm looking forward to? I won't get specific because I have a lot of ideas that I've told Josh about season 6. Shocker. But I would love to see some stuff happen with our old not friend Piper. I'd love to see she's been in a coma all season. So it'd be interesting to see what happens to Piper when she comes out of the coma. Or does she come out of the coma? Does she die and we get a death sequence? Like, who knows?
It's a death sequence, too.
Huh?
I love that. I love it. Instead of just writing her off and we don't see her death, she dies and then she gets a death sequence.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good question for us, Nakia. If we did a second musical episode, would it be more shock treatment or Love Never Dies?
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, look at this. Pulling out the deep cuts.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know that it would be neither of those. Either of them.
I mean, it'd probably be more shock treatment over Love Never Dies, us, because it's just more us. So
yeah, I would say so.
Oh, and open that whole water could be a lyric left out from Hate Sex. Speaking of Hate Sex, Nakia.
That's right. We should let you know that Hate Sex is now on YouTube. The official music video taken from the Catalan Stallion, amazing video that he shot and edited for us for Hate Sex in the dirty, dark basement of an old Catholic school church that
where else would you have Hate Sex?
That smelled really, really bad, but we made it work. So
you do it in the beer cooler at work.
Well, we've had a good time this evening reminiscing and just catching up. But we will be back next week when we will be joined by Stuart Keycheck again. And maybe some other surprise guests. But let us know in the comments, do you want us to keep doing these? We're coming up on episode 100. So, like I said, if you want us to keep doing them, we'd love to hear what would make you want to watch even more. Because, again, we have kind of exhausted our things that we want to watch live. A lot of the things that it's not that we have any shortage of things for us to watch because we do have a lot of outtakes and stuff, but we like to keep those things exclusive to the Patreon. It's one of the things that really makes the Patreon, special. And you can see all of those videos and everything over at patreon.com/SideKick Productions. Huge shout out to all of our Crewniverse members. We really, really appreciate you so much. And don't forget that there is a new t-shirt out over at TeePublic. So you can head over to teepublic.com/user/SideKick Productions to get this Matthew Teeter designed cool Kinks shirt from the ABCs of Kinks or the ABCs of Kink. And don't forget you can stream the musical pretty much anywhere. But if you just go to nakia.me/duelingpianos1, it'll take you right there. And you can stream all of that stuff there. We have had such a good time this evening. Thank you to Ashley Monique Menard for joining us as always.
Hi, and thank you.
So glad to have you, and we will see you next week.
Okay.
And then Josh, just back to us squirrel friends here, as RuPaul says. So nice to be back with you again this week, and congratulations on Book of Queer Saints again.
Thank you so much, and I'm so glad that you could be back.
I am glad I can be back too, and we will both be back next week. So I'll be thinking of some things that we might be able to do between now and then.
Well, I know of a lot of things we're going to be doing next week, so don't you
worry.
Oh,
okay. All right.
I'm never short of ideas. And one more time to you, David.
Good vibes for next week, David. Thank you.
Good vibes for you, David. We love you, and we can't wait to hear how everything goes. And Christian out there, too, from Bears in Excess. Same to you. Love and support to both of you.
All right. Well, we will see you next time on, what do we call it?
SideKick Power Hour?
That's right. All things from the SideKick Productions universe.
And I thought I was going to forget all my lines.
Because it's a body positive show.
I read for the role of Hunter, and
And that's a T.